Hi and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Can I have a quick +1 in the chat if I'm visible as well as equally audible? Then we would start right away. Hi Madhukir, how are you? Okay, so we have one live viewer at the moment. Let me just check. Okay. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks a lot, brother. Okay, let me just lower down the quality. Okay, that's good. I'm fine too. Let's start with yesterday's problem of the day, that is rotate by 90 degree. This problem is very important in interview perspective because this question appeared in many companies and the variation of this problem is also applicable. Like in this problem, we need to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction, or it is known as counter-clockwise. Counter or anti? Counter or anti-clockwise here, but the clockwise rotation, the clockwise rotation too exist, and the anti-clockwise, these all variations sum up to a large number of companies that ask this problem, and this is a matrix problem, and this is a medium level problem, and the success percentage is 53%. Now let us start with the problem statement. We are given a square matrix. What is a square matrix? A square matrix is nothing but a 2D array where the length and the breadth would be same. Here the length and breadth is not the case. Here the number of elements in the length is equal to the number of elements in the breadth. Okay, this is the meaning of the first line. Now the task is to rotate it by 90 degrees in anti-clockwise rotation. So suppose we have, this is the clockwise rotation. Okay, this is the clockwise rotation. So anti-clockwise rotation would be in this direction. Okay, the opposite direction. Now how much we need to rotate? Okay, so this whole rotation from this point to this point and again coming back to this point, one whole rotation accounts to 90 degree. Okay, one whole rotation accounts to 90 degree. Now suppose if we draw a Cartesian plane, then from here to here, this would account to 90 degree, from here to here 90 degree, from here to here 90 degree, and from here to here 90 degree. If we need to rotate from this point to this point, it would account to 180 degree, but we only need to rotate it to 90 degree. Now to show you how this rotation is done, I would simply take a screenshot of this image, okay, and add to the current page, and then what I would do it, I would rotate this by 90 degree, okay, in the anti-clockwise direction. So this means that I would rotate this by this, okay, rotate this by this. Now this is rotated by how much? This is rotated by 90 degree, okay. Now these twos and this 2, 1, everything is upside down, but we would write them in a beautiful way. Like 3 is like this, so we would just write 3 here, then 2, okay, and then 1. Like this is there, okay. And then we have 6, and then we have 5, then we have 4, and then we have 9, then we have 8, and then we have 7. Okay, so if you observe this, this is equal to this value. Okay, so this means that till now we have understood the question properly, and if you understand the question properly, 70% of the problem is done. Now can I expect a quick +1 from you so that I would move forward and explain you how we are doing this? Okay, then let's quickly have a quick +1. Okay, yeah Madhukar, I am good too. So quick +1, and I would wait for just 1 minute, okay, so that I won't waste your time also. So if you just quickly reply, I would move without waiting for the entire 1 minute. So quickly reply me, then I would proceed. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so Madhukar understood. Can I have a quick one or two more? Yes. You can just reply with a 1 also. Once means true, and yes, I would know that yes, you have understood this problem. Then I would be quickly proceeding. I won't be wasting my time. Okay, Mr. Cool, thanks a lot, Mr. Cool. How are you? Okay, so two people have understood and I don't encounter any doubts and have successfully waited for half of the minute. Okay, so I would just close this terminal and I would move forward. Okay, now suppose let us write this thing. Okay, now we have one. Okay, let's take the example of this only. Okay, so what is this? We have this figure. Okay, we have this figure. Okay, now this is the original figure. So just let us write original. Okay, org. And then what I would do is I would make a copy of this figure. Okay, you can do this in a pen and paper, but doing this on pen board is very easy. Okay, now what I do is I would just rotate the numbers. Okay, rotate the numbers, and this is equal to this, this is equal to this. So instead of this, which is very hard to read, what I would do is I would just write the answer. Okay, just let us write the answer. Okay, let us write the answer, and here I would just write final. Okay, fair enough. Now this thing is rotated, but what are the thing that remains the same after this rotation? What is changing and what is not changing? Okay, first we should see those all too. Okay, thanks a lot, Lalu Kumar. Yeah, Mr. Cool, I'm fine too. Okay, so as you can observe, this 5 remains at this position. Okay, fair enough. Now this 3 has went to this position and this 1 has went to this position. Okay, and this 7 has rotated to this position. Okay, and this 9 has rotated to this position. Okay, fair enough. So we can observe that the corner elements from this corner, it has went to this corner, this corner thing has went to this corner, this corner thing has went to this corner, and this corner thing is went to this corner. If you have observed this pattern, then 90% of the problem is done. Okay, now the corner elements revolve around this. So just remember in mind, I would be deleting it and I would be showing you for the next all elements. Okay, now this 2 from this position went here, and this 4 from this position went here, and this 8 from this position went here, and this 6 from this position went here. Okay, fair enough. This is what is happening. Okay, now after this, these all corner elements is done in the previous only. These all corner elements is done. Now in the second, like just now, we have done these all elements also, these all elements also. Now if you observe this, the only remaining element is the middle element, and that is not changing. Okay, it is fixed at its position. Fair enough. This is what is happening. Okay, fair enough. Moving forward, what we can do is, how many cycles are there? Now let us observe for 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you just rotate this by 90 degree, okay, if you just rotate this by 90 degree, what would happen in this case? In this case, okay, every number is getting rotated. This 1 is coming here, this 2 is coming here, this 4 is coming here, this 3 is coming here. Okay, and we would remove this. This was for demonstration purposes only. Okay, fair enough. This 2 is coming here, and this 2 is coming here, and this one is coming here, this is coming here, and this is coming here. This is what is happening. Okay, now we are kind of seeing a pattern that even if it was 3 cross 3, there was only one row to be rotated, one row and one column to be rotated. If it was 2 into 2, there was one column to be rotated. Okay, one column and one row to be rotated. If you see this, if you take a step further and if you do it for 4 and 5, you would observe the same thing, that there would be two columns to be rotated. Okay, so how many columns are there to be rotated? So for 3 also there is one, and for 2 also there is one. So we can say that it is the floor value of n by 2. Okay, so number of columns to be rotated according to the pattern are number of columns and rows. Okay, rotating is the floor of n by 2 itself. Then moving forward, the rest elements are not getting rotated. Okay, so how much is this getting rotated? From this, so what is the index of this? The index of this is 0, 0. Okay, this is being transferred to what? This position 0. Okay, so no, sorry, 2, 0, 2 and 0, and this 2 and 0 is being rotated to this position, that is 2 and 2. 2 and 2 is being rotated to 0, 2. This is what has happening. 0, 0 to 2, 0, then 2, 2 and 0, 2. Okay, if we write the same thing for these all corner elements, we would observe the same thing. Okay, now what we can do is we can just iterate over n by 2, floor of n by 2, and we can swap the values. Okay, swap the values. Now we are telling to swap the value, but in the question it is clearly mentioned that we can't use any extra space. How to do that in that case? So in that case, what can be done is, okay, let me just copy paste this again. Okay, let me just copy paste this again and add to a new page, and this is there now. Yes, so what we can do is we can keep this one aside. Okay, we would keep this one aside, and we would assign, okay, we would assign 3 here. Okay, and this kept value would be assigned to this position. Here we would write 1, and this 7 would be now the temporary variable, and now this temporary variable would get assigned here, and this 9 would be kept here, and then this would be kept at this position. Okay, that is 9 itself. Okay, so instead of storing different variables at each point, what you can do is you can simply keep this variable. Okay, and then you come here and assign it there, then you come here, assign it there, assign it here, and assign it here. Even if you are not able to get what I am telling at the last point, then you can simply do the dry run like this. Okay, let me show you the dry run once again so that it would be more clear. Okay, this 3, okay, initially the temporary variable would be this value, that is 1. So this 3 would come here, and I would just write 3 here, and this 1 would be replaced by 7, and 1 would be kept here. Now this 7 would be kept here, and this 7 would be replaced by 9, and this 9 would be kept here, and this 9 would be replaced by 3 itself. This is how we would do it. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, now may I move to the implementation or not? So we would simply move from floor of 0 to less than n by 2. Okay, and we would keep doing it. Okay, like this. Okay, now quickly tell me if this is clear or not. I would again wait for the next 1 minute. If I quickly get a reply, two reply at least, then I would be moving forward. Okay, gaming villain, can you tell me where didn't you understand? Because this is the thing which can be understood easily, but how we are coming to this is very important. Okay, so tell me about the solution thing. You can look over it, but how we are coming to the solution, that is the main importance. So you can ask me whatever you want, just tell me where you didn't understand gaming villain. This swapping number. Okay, let's do a quickly. So let's ignore this thing. Okay, like how would you swap two values? Okay, now suppose I have just two variables, swap a and b. I have a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 10. So what I do is I would declare a third variable where I would name it as temp and assign it the value of a, that is 5, and then a would be equal to the value of b, that is 10, and now a has lost its value, b has lost its value, because b is also having its previous value and a is having b's value. So where is a's value? So we know that a's value is stored in the temp, so we would simply take out the temp's value and write it here. This is how a swapping of two values is done. Even if you are not even getting this, what you can do is you can just type swap a and b, and this does this under the hood. But what is doing under the hood, that is very important. Okay, why can't we simply use swap is equals to temp.j minus 1s? Okay, why can't we simply use aj is equal to temp of n minus 1? Because there would be one value whose value we need to remember. That is why I told in the last value that we can remember this 3 value. Okay, and we can assign 9 to it, then 7 here and then 1 here, and then this 3 would be wrote here. So this is what we are doing. Okay, using temp variable, then it's easy to understand. I thought we are going to use any extra variable. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, thanks a lot. So we would be moving forward with the implementation now. The implementation now is being done as Sai Charan Gugilam is telling us. Okay, it would be done like this only. So let me write what is there. Okay, so let me just paste this and we would see to it. Okay, so let me just quickly write what is the thing. This is 0 0, this is 0 1, this is 0 2, this is 1 0, this is 1 1, this is 1 2, then 2 0, 2 1 and 2 2. These are the indexes of the 2D array. Now this size of the array would give me 3 in this case. Okay, this I would move from 0 to less than n by 2. 3 by 2 is what? 3 by 2 is 1.5, but integer division would make it 1. Okay, integer division would make it 1. So I is from 0 to less than 1. So I would only be running from 0 only, not more than that. Okay, this is how it is coming. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now j is equal to I. So I is equal to 0 and j would be equal to 0. Okay, I0, j0. Then we would be coming forward and this j is less than equal to n minus I minus 0. So n minus n is what? 3. 3 minus I is 0 minus 1, that is 2 itself. So j would go from 0 to less than, this is 2 and this is 1. Okay, this is how the value is coming. Now what we would do is we would first take out this value in temp. So 1 is kept at temp. Temp is equal to 1. That is the value of 0, 0 because I0, J0. Then temp of ij is equals to temp of n minus 1 minus j. So n minus 1 minus I. So 3 minus 1 minus I is what? 0. That is 2. Okay. So 2, 0. This is what is there. Okay. J and I. 2, 0. So this value is being to this value. Okay. 2, 0. Where is 2, 0? 2, 0 is this value. And ij is made to this value. So 1 is now coming here. And this is now made to 1 itself. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Now a dot j is equals to n minus I minus 1. Okay. So matrix of I and j, that is, sorry, I just did this. Yeah. Fair enough. So I and j, what is this? 0 and 0 because I and j is 0, 0. 0, 0 is equals to j is what? J is what? J is 0. Okay. And this is what? N minus 1. 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus 0 is equals to 0. Okay. 0, 2. So 0, 0 is equals to 0, 2. Okay. So 0, 2 would come at this position. Okay, at this position. Now this would become 3. Okay, fair enough. Now what is this? J. What is j's value? 0. So 0 and n minus 1, that is 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus I, 0 is equals to 2 only. So 0, 2. Okay, 0, 2 would become what? N minus 1, that is 2 minus 0 is equals to 2, and n minus 1, 2 minus 0 is equals to 2. So 0, 0 is equals to 2, 2. So 0, 2 would become 2, 2. So I would just write this. This is how the value is coming, 0, 0, 0, 2. Now after this thing, n minus 1, okay, n minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus 0 is equals to 2 only. So we would write here n minus 1 is what? 2. 2 minus 0 is again 2. So now 2, 2. 2, 2 is equals to n minus 1, that is 2. 2 minus 0 is equals to 2. And I is also equals to 0. So 2, 2 is equals to 2, 0. 2, 2 is equals to 2, 0. So we would just write this. Okay. Then what we would do is n minus 1, 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus value of 0 is equals to 2. Now I is equals to 0. So we would write 0. And then this is equals to temp. Temp is equals to 1. So 2, 0 is equals to the value temp. Now this would be made the value 1. Now basically this is like this only. Okay. So now you can see, okay, now you can see the values after doing this dry run. After doing only this, we would get the desired value, and then the next value would be 0, 0 to here, 0, 0 to here, 0, 0 to here. I have shown you the calculation for the first part. The second value, this value can be done by you, because if I start doing this, the annotation is done here, then it would make the drawing very, very messy. Okay, so how this value is done here? So what you can do is you can just have a counter for I and j, and you can keep updating it with a temp variable. Okay, first we would be assigning this value, and we would be moving forward, and at the end we would assign this value here itself. Okay, now tell me if this is clear, or you want the dry run for the middle value also. Whatever you say, I am fine with it. Okay, I would need to copy this whole page, remove the annotation, and then do it again. So you can tell me if this can be done by you, or else I would do it now only. I have no problem in that. Okay, so I would be waiting for the next 1 minute. If there is any doubt, let me know. I would be resolving that ASAP. Okay, so why we okay, yeah, okay, 20 would be stored, I think, bro. Yeah, you are correct. Sorry, that's absolutely fine. People make mistakes. That is why we are human and we are not a robot. That's absolutely fine. So quickly tell me if this thing is clear or not, or else if you need the dry run for the other one. So quickly see me this. You can see whatever is done, and you can point out my mistakes. It might be the case that I have did something wrong. We can do it using cout for middle values. It is clear so far. Yeah, but in this case we need to modify the original matrix. We are not doing the cout thing. That is why we can't do the cout here, because cout is not the option here. Okay, set dry run for middle. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I would do it. Okay, let's do the dry run for the middle, because Mr. Cool asked for it. Okay, Mr. Cool, when I am done with the dry run, you provide me with a chocolate as a Guru Dakshina. Okay, so let's do the dry run for the middle part also. Okay, so this is 0, this is 0, 0, this is 0, 1, this is 0, 2. Now this is 1, 0, this is 1, 1, and this is 1, 2. Now this is 2, 0, 2, 1, and this is 2, 2. Okay, fair enough. Now in the second scenario, we have I is equal to 0 and j would be equal to 1, because we saw that this loop would go from 0 to less than 2, that is 1, and this would go till 0 only, because 1 is less than. Okay, fair enough. So now we know. So first let us come to the temp variable. Temp is equals to matrix ij. What is ij? I is equals to 0 and j is equals to 1. Ij is 0, 1. So 0, 1. This means that temp would have the value is equals to 2 itself. This is stored in temp. Okay. Now matrix of I and j is equals to, okay, this is what, 0 and 1. This is equals to, j was what, j is equals to 1, and then 3 minus 1, that is 2. 2 minus I, that is 0. So we would have 2 only. So 1 and then 2. So the 0, 1, 0, 1 में 1, 2 का value assign हो जाएगा. This 6 would come at this position. Okay, fair enough. Now j is equals to, what is j? J is equals to 1. So we would remove this and we would write 1 at this position. N minus 1, that is 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus 0 is equals to 2 only. So 1 and 2 is equals to 3 minus 1, that is 2. 2 minus 0 is equals to 2. Okay, so we have this value as 2. And n minus 1, that is 2. 2 minus j, okay, n minus 2, 2 minus j is equals to 1. So this value would come to this position. Okay, fair enough. This is how we are doing. Then n minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus 0 is equals to 2. Okay, then n minus 1 is equals to 2. 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. So 2, 1, what do we need to assign? Then n minus 1 is equals to n minus, that is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. 2 minus 1 is equals to 1 is equals to I is equals to 0. This 1, 0 would be assigned to 2, 1. Okay, fair enough. Now what we are doing is n minus 1 is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. 2 minus j, that is 1, is equals to 1, and then I is equals to 0. 1 0, okay, 1 0 would be assigned the value that is temp has 2, so this would be assigned to 2. Basically we are just saving this value, and we are assigning it at this position. Now, is this thing clear or not, Mr. Cool, or not? And where I need to give my address to take the chocolates from you? Tell me that also. Okay, so quickly tell me if this thing is clear. I would again wait for just 1 minute, and then I would turn off the session after getting a confirmation from Mr. Cool. Okay, I hope he is seeing the video. Okay, so quickly tell me if this thing is clear or not. Okay, come to Bhopal. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I would surely come to Bhopal and I would ask you. Okay, by the way, did you understand or not? Quickly tell me. Okay, thanks a lot. So I hope everyone has understood it, because I did the dry run for almost all the cases that is available for the test case. Now, this is the thing. Okay, now I have a nice day. All the best, and see you tomorrow at the next POT. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe.